Joined. What's happening, Rob? You good, mate?
How are we, mate? You good?
Yeah, all spot on, bro. Good.
Good, man.
What's been happening?
I've just been chilling the last couple of weeks, mate. I started training again this week, doing some like tests and stuff on my strength and conditioning, doing me one rep maxes and stuff the other day with my strength and conditioning coach Chris. So just sort of like easing myself back in. I'm hoping to get something sorted for end of November, beginning of December, like so.
Yeah, sweet. I thought we'd started, Rob, by obviously BKFC London at the
Yeah, man.
wins. What did you think when you first come face to face with Brett? Was he as big as you thought he was?
Yeah. I had no surprises. I'm a big heavyweight, mate. So yeah, I've been in these face offs many times, mate. So um, it was nothing new on that in that sort of regards. But in regards to like the show itself, like the weighing ceremony, let's start with that. The production of it, even that was unbelievable, mate. It was just like something I've never seen before. I've never fought on a show like that. It was unbelievable, mate.
Yeah, it was class. How did you feel at the wins? Like, were you nervous or on the morning of the fight? How do you like get in the zone and that?
Do you know what, mate? I've really like in the past struggled with stuff in regards to like the build up to a fight. So I've struggled massively with nerves, and especially not so much the weigh-ins, like, but on fight day when I'm backstage and that. I went and fought in South Africa in mixed martial arts for the FC
All right.
back in March, and I got stopped in the first round. But my head, it was everywhere, mate. I feel like, without making excuses, because the guy I fought was really good. He's fighting for their world title next, and it was my second pro MMA fight. He was a lot more experienced than me, but it was like a massive opportunity to go out there and fight in Johannesburg for a big MMA promotion. That's my background, you see. And yeah, I feel like it's happened to me many times before where I'm already beat sometimes when I've been going into these fights, and I needed to address that quickly. So after that fight in South Africa, I was literally probably at one of the lowest points I've ever been in my life. Like, without making it sound like too extreme or dramatic, I was slipping into a state of depression. Not afraid to admit, I was crying most nights after it, mate. I was in a bad way over it. I was beating myself up and trying to get on with my life outside with day-to-day job and stuff like that. But I was going to pack up fighting. I was like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe it's not worth all this pressure I'm putting on myself. And because that's the biggest thing for me. I put a lot of pressure on my own shoulders because I know how hard I work. I'm not one of these people that sort of just say I'm training hard. I actually do. I live it. Like, it's just something I love. I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going to the gym, doing a full day's work, mate. I'm a support worker, so I look after people with like learning disabilities and autism.
Right.
So I do long hours doing that as well. And then when I finish my shifts, I'm going to train. Like, at that point, it was mainly the MMA stuff straight after it. So I didn't have really a home life. I didn't have any of that, and it got to me, mate. I was on the verge of maybe stopping it and just doing the training because I felt like I needed the training to keep me level-headed. After speaking with my coaches and stuff, they recommended I take on board a mindset coach, and I started working with a guy called Rob Holdsworth, Therapy with Rob on Instagram, and it changed everything for me, mate. Without going too far off track, coming back to the BKFC fight, I've never felt so tuned in and focused and ready for a fight. Everything I did in preparation for that fight went perfectly. Fight day, there was no nerves. Even walking into the ring, mate, there was not 1 ounce of nerves in me. There was the jitters, like the normal fight day jitters. Anyone that says they don't feel that's lying. But compared to what I'd had previously, I was in like a different place. I was just ready, mate. I was in the zone. I was so excited to be a part of BKFC and fight on that show. It was just, like I said, perfect, the build up. It changed everything. I was doing mindset hypnotherapy with Rob, one-on-one sessions over Zoom.
Yeah.
And he just changed the way I thought about things. He changed my mindset he brought me out of anxiety. He brought me out of depression's a big word that's thrown around, but I was going into it 100%.
Yeah.
I was taking medication for it, and I've done all that stuff before. But he changed my thought process, and then it changed the way I was training. It made me happier in the training. It made me more focused. My day-to-day life was better, and so I sort of found the love for it again. And I'm at the point now where I don't think mixed martial arts is for me. I think bare knuckle fighting's for me, mate. I absolutely love
it. So what's your background, Rob? Like, I know you've done MMA and that, but did you ever do like boxing or anything growing up?
Nope. Well, I say no. I was on and off as a kid. I did stuff like that, but I was a very late starter in mixed martial arts, mate. I started training when I was 26. I'm 32 now, so I started the sport very late, and just I've always followed it. I was an avid fan growing up as a younger lad and that, and I just started training because I enjoyed it. Ended up fighting and stuff like that, and just took it from there. Went through the amateurs, turned pro. But I never boxed. I did like charity stuff when I was younger and a few years ago and stuff, like charity boxing and stuff. But I'd never really took boxing seriously. And then I fought for another organisation during lockdown, and because I felt like boxing was one of my weakest parts, and I felt like why not just have a bare knuckle and go all in, mate. And the two lads I fought, one of them's Dan Podmore.
Yeah, two-time world champion.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that was my first ever bare knuckle fight.
Two-weight world champion, I mean.
Yeah, two-weight world champion. He's won every belt in the organisation he fights for. I'm really good friends with Dan now. We speak quite a bit and that. So that was my first one. I got stopped on a cut. He was winning the fight, mate. I was holding myself in there though. So I just wanted a taste of it, and then my second one was against a lad called Carl Hobley, who's won a cruiserweight world title and a British heavyweight title. So, in regards to the caliber of opponents I've fought in bare knuckle in the UK, they're two of the top lads, mate. So, I then got the itch for it again. I went back to MMA. I thought that's what my sport was going to be, but. Yeah, I've had a chat with people around me and like my missus as well, and this is the path of what I follow with things now, mate.
Yeah, so going back to BKFC, the first round with Brett May, what was going through your head?
I was just zoned in, mate. Like I knew what Brett's game plan was going to be. I've watched what he's done before, and I knew he was going to come in and try and swing and take my head off straight away. I knew that was his style of fighting. But I've been hit by bigger guys. I've been hit by guys that can hit really, really hard. I can take a punch off anyone, mate. So that aspect of it doesn't bother me whatsoever. And I knew his gas tank could go. For a heavyweight, I've got very, very good cardio. I could have gone 10 rounds. So I knew his gas tank was going to go before mine, and yeah, I sort of knew what was going to materialise with the fight, and it sort of worked out that way in the end as well.
Yeah, did you expect him to fight you in the clinch as much as he did?
I think he was tired, mate. I think he was tiring, so he was holding. I can't comment on his game plan, mate. That's down to him and his coaches, but I felt he was getting tired, and that's why he was holding more as the rounds progressed.
Yeah. Was it a shock to you that the fight obviously got stopped? It was the beginning of the second round. Is that right?
Beginning of the third, mate. Yeah.
Third.
Yeah. So after I weathered that first 50 seconds or so, I started landing, mate. So. I was working as he was holding. I was hitting him in the ribs, and I was going up to the head when I could as well. And then in the second round, I landed 2 very, very good uppercuts. One was right on the buzzer at the end, and they were clean. You know, when you can feel it when you hit a clean punch. So I felt like if the fight had gone any further, I would have stopped him. I was growing more confident within the fight as it went on, and I feel like I had the attributes to stop him. He was. I was surprised that it was stopped the way it was. I believe it was something to do with his vision or something. But I think he was tiring, mate. I don't think he wanted to be in there any longer. I think that's the reality of it. He was game, like I said. I've been nothing but respectful and humble. But yeah, I felt like it was going to go one way, that fight anyway, mate.
Yeah, I get you, bro. So obviously you've been a bit down in that recently, and then you've obviously got the chance to fight on this BKFC card and winning your debut. How did it feel, mate? You must be feeling over the moon.
I was on cloud nine, brother. Yeah, I was. It was amazing. I was buzzing and buzzing and buzzing. But I was listening to Danny Christie's channel.
Yeah.
And he was talking about when after the fights you go up and up and up and up and then you crash. Yeah. And that happened to me on the Friday after the fight, mate, or the Thursday. So I was down for a couple of days, but I picked myself back up, mate. I was concentrating more on the positives and stuff, and I keep pinching myself, mate. I'm literally starting to live my dream here. Like, I'm fighting. I just fought at the Wembley Arena. I fought on the biggest bare knuckle show in the world. It's like, this is what I wanted for so long, and it's starting to happen. I keep telling myself that it's going to happen. I'm big on manifestation, and I'm working hard. You'll get there. And like, I've grafted, mate, like so much. I'm just like a normal lad, mate. I'm originally from Scotland. I was born in the Outer Hebrides, mate. Like, I can't explain to you how like derelict it is up there. I was like, there was 3 people in my year in primary school. So like, to go from that when I'm a kid to fighting in the Wembley Arena, mate, it's like stuff like that shouldn't happen to people like me. So I have to pinch myself and remind myself how grateful I am for it.
Yeah, of course, mate. What did you think of the whole the setup and the production of the whole night?
Never seen anything like it, mate. Like, when I fought in EFC in South Africa, I thought this reminds me a little bit of the UFC.
Yeah.
It was very professionally run and stuff. But that BKFC show was next level, mate. I have never seen anything so good. It was just, from start to finish, it was like a spectacle. It was like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. All the staff were brilliant, from the officials, the medics, the guys backstage, security, all the fighters, of course. And then hats off to Mr. David Feldman for bringing it over here and absolutely smashing it out of the park for the first show, mate.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable show, and obviously big shout to Andy Bakewell as well.
Yeah, can't forget Andy Bakewell. Sorry, yeah, absolutely, mate. He was the one that got me on the card. I've known Andy for a while. We've been good pals for a while, and I'm so grateful for him to get me matched on the show. He's a top guy, Andy, and he worked, mate. I can't. You probably know yourself. That guy worked his ass off getting his card sorted. I've never seen someone like running around so much, like on the weigh-in day and stuff, and on the phone trying to get things sorted. And that he worked really hard, mate. And he's a top bloke, so he deserves all the success he's had from it.
Yeah, 100%, mate. It paid off in the end, mate, didn't it? What a night.
Yeah, it was class, mate. Yeah.
What other fights did you catch up on? Because obviously you watched them back. Was there any?
Yeah, well, I watched them all, mate. I watched most. I think I missed a couple because I was backstage doing interviews and stuff after. But I managed to watch most of them live when I was there because we were first on. So after I got myself sorted out and checked by medics and stuff, and then there was a few interviews. Yeah, I almost up, mate. But Danny Christie, Teddy Brazier was what a fight, mate. It was just. Everyone was. The arena was just on the feet for it. It was class. Conor Tierney's a very good mate of mine as well, and he was unbelievable. The level of his boxing there's no one in the organisation that can box like him, mate. James Lilly's up there as well. That James Lilly Tyler Goodjohn fight was unbelievable. Like I'm listing every fight here now because every fight was unbelievable. Mick Terrell absolutely destroyed Sam Shoemaker, who's one of the top heavyweights in the company. And then obviously
ranked in the top 5, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think he's got the most power in his hands recorded in BKFC as well. So for Mick to do that just shows how good Mick is, and then obviously the big main event was lived up to expectation as well. So
yeah, it was unbelievable.
It was, mate.
Rob, then are you hoping to go out on that November show that's coming up?
I would love to, mate. I've been on to Bakewell about it. I've been messaging him. He's on holiday at the moment, but he's still been sending me the odd texts and stuff. So I would love to get on that Newcastle show. Ideally, I want to fight this year. I want to fight at the end of the year, and I want to fight for BKFC. So ideally, I'd love to get on that show up in Newcastle. I know they've got obviously the shows in America. I'd go to America, mate. I'd go to Thailand. Wherever they can get me something, I'll fight for them. I'm very grateful to be on the show, and I've got 3-fight deal with them at the moment. So, I want to be active with them. I want to fight as much as I can. I haven't got any injuries, no marks on me after that fight. I was fresh. Like I was absolutely.
Did you get any stitches in your head or something?
Oh, mate.
Yeah, people have asked me and that.
No, mate, there's no stitches. There was a little nick on my nose. That was it. And a scratch, like a cat scratch on my head. And I think that was where a punch landed or grazed or something. Yeah, but I was fine, mate. They were gone in about 2 days. So yeah, I was fresh. Like I said, I want to fight in November or December. I'm starting. I'm back in training now. I started a little bit this week, and then I'm gonna get into it properly next week. So sooner the better. I watched your thing with Dave last night, as you've seen. I've posted it. So I was really happy with the comments he made, because at the start of it, he said there was a couple of guys that didn't belong on the show, and I was like, oh my, is he talking about us?
I'm trying to work out in my head though.
It wasn't. Yeah. I was, because I was watching it with the missus, and she went, every fight was good. There must have been. I don't know. He's the expert, mate. He knows. He's done it for that long and that. But when he said that, I thought, oh, I was on first, and I hope he doesn't think because I was getting held in that fight that it didn't look. Because I was worried about that. I seen him at the end, and I approached him and I said, I'm sorry for how it looked, but I did what I could with the way the other fighter was fighting his fight, and he said, don't worry about it at all. It was a good fight. But then, obviously, what he said to you, when you asked him last night, he sort of reiterated that I performed well and he was happy with my performance. So that was brilliant, mate. I was made up to hear that. So yeah, sorry, going off track. I want to fight at the end of the year. If I can get on that Newcastle show, I'll be buzzing.
Yeah, is there anyone you've got your eyes on? Like, is there anyone that you're wanting to fight, or anyone that you think will be a good match for your second fight in the BKFC?
I will look at anyone, mate. I've told Bakewell, whoever he can match me with up there. If he's got a heavyweight from up Newcastle, I'll fight anyone that's up that way. I'd love to, like I said, go over to America and fight an American heavyweight, something like that. But I'll look at anyone they offer on the table, mate. Just see what comes forward. I'm not really looking for anyone specific. I think I've heard people talk about a rematch with Brett May. If it happens, it could happen, but I think it's a bit pointless. That's an irrelevant fight now, mate. I don't think it's unless it happens again down the line. I don't know what's happening, if he's still fighting with the promotion or not. It's not my area of expertise, mate.
If the fight got put to you, though, would you take it? Obviously, you would.
Which one's that, mate? Sorry.
Like, if Brett got put back to you for the rematch,
I'd look at it, mate. Of course, I would. Yeah. If that's what they wanted me to do, like I said, I'd look at any fight. I was very respectful with Brett. He was respectful with me for the most part as well, mate. So I'll look at any fight, like I said. So if that's what they want to do, then yeah, by all means.
And another question before your fight as well. You were the first fight on the night, weren't you? And you walked out first. How were the nerves for that, mate? That must have been nerve-wracking.
It wasn't, mate. It's. I can't reiterate how good Rob got my head for that fight. It was a weird feeling. I was so zoned in. If you look at it and you look at the look on my face, I was like, there was just one thought in my head, and that's I'm winning. Like, there was nothing going to stop me winning that fight. I didn't feel the nerves. They happened a little bit before I come into the arena, and he met me outside, and I had a little chat with him, and he was sending me voice notes in the dressing room, just to make sure I was all right. But in my dressing room, mate, obviously I had my coaches with me. I had Mark Godbeer there with Shoemaker, and to have a guy with that sort of level of experience, he was brilliant, mate. He was watching me on the pads, and he was keeping me level-headed and stuff as well. So I think that helped loads. So I've got a pretty good relationship with Mark Godbeer now. He actually invited me down to do some training with him down Somerset. So it'd be good for me, that good experience, like so. But yeah, there wasn't many nerves, mate. Honestly, there was the normal fight nerves that everyone gets, and it's like, oh, what am I doing? This kind of. But I was that focused and zoned in to winning the fight. Yeah, I was just ready for it, mate.
Yeah, sweet, mate. Can't wait to see your next outing as well. But before we wrap it up, mate, is there anything you want to share with the people? Or is there any shout-out sponsors, anything you want to say?
Yeah, I've had a lot of good comments and support, mate, especially like for your channel. So, and other outlets as well. I've had a lot of people that I don't even know, like, wishing me well and stuff. And it means the world to me, that, because it's like the opposite. When I lost the big fight in South Africa, it went the opposite way. I had a lot of trolling and hate, and the internet's a vile place, mate, when it wants to be. So it's nice to be appreciated and people watching and enjoying it, basically. So I'm very grateful for that, and everyone that obviously supports me through all of them, like my friends, family, missus, coaches. I've got a really good team behind me at Trident Mixed Martial Arts, and I was doing some training up Lee Jono's gym in Liverpool as well. So I'm very grateful to him for his stuff. My sponsors for the fight were unbelievable. I've got a really good team of sponsors. So yeah, thanks to them as well. Crozier Building, Supology, Therapy with Rob, Chris Redmond Coaching, I Coach, who else? Good to Go Recovery, and Izakaya Lounge. I think I've got them all. And then yeah, thanks to BKFC, Dave Feldman, his team, having me on, Bakewell for getting me on, and then thanks to you, mate, for having me on the old podcast at last. We've been trying to do it for ages, haven't we?
I know. It's just shifts at work and stuff like that was always
timings, yeah. And it was in the fight camp, so if I weren't in work, I was training. It was a nightmare, mate.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch, mate, and we'll definitely catch up again very soon. And I appreciate you coming on here, mate, as well.
No, thank you very much for having me, pal. I know you're busy yourself, so really appreciate that, mate.
Not a problem, my mate. You surely should be hearing some news very soon as well about upcoming fights, so you'll have to jump on again.
Oh, I hope so, mate. If you get Bakewell on here, get him to get me on that Newcastle card.
I'm gonna get Bakewell on here when he's off his holiday, mate.
Yeah, just put it to him, mate, because I want on that show.
I will do, brother.
There'll be other options, mate, but that's the one I want.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Well, nice one, mate. We'll definitely catch up. I'll stay in touch with you through the messages and that. And yeah, bro, nice one.
Nice one, brother. Thank you very much for having me on. Thanks for your time, man.
No worries, Rob. Cheers, brother.
Nice one. Cheers.
Ta-ra, mate. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra, mate. Ciao.
Nice one, everybody, for tuning in. Rob Cunningham there. Don't forget to follow him. I'm going to put his social media in the description of the video, so don't forget to head over and give him a follow. Much appreciated, everyone. Good night, God bless.